Ellen Phipps is here to show us how it's done. Courtney has the best seat in the house. And Ellen, to remind our viewers your story, you were diagnosed with diabetes, and that is why you changed the entire way you eat.
Right, so I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes when I was 5 years old, so I've never really had much of an option. And once you get to drinking age, it gets a little boring being told to always stick with beer and wine because that's a safe bet. So these are all lower sugar options, great for anybody because nobody needs 60 grams of sugar in a beverage, but especially for people with diabetes to enjoy this summer.
Okay, fantastic. So we're mixing up Margarita to start.
Right, so this is what I like to call a juicy orange Margarita.
Yum.
So we're going to start with some 100% orange juice, and we're going to use our little makeshift shakers here. So go ahead and pour that in.
That's a great idea. So if you don't have a shaker at home, just use a mason jar.
Yeah, we don't need to get fancy with anything. And so we can go ahead and take 2 lime wedges. We're going to squeeze that in.
Okay. And you can squeeze these either by hand or with a little lime squeezer if you have one.
Yes. And then that is a little bit, right now, if you wanted to keep it a mocktail, we could just leave it at this, but then we're going to add in tequila and a little bit of orange liqueur.
Oh, okay. There you go. I mean, and the mocktail option is great if you're not drinking, but since Courtney is today.
Well, and I love the presentation of this, and I will tell you, I did have a few sips. Very good. Sometimes margaritas can be a little tart or heavy alcohol, right? This is perfectly balanced. I really like it.
Right, and so one thing I like about making your own cocktails is you can make them as strong or not strong as you like. So enjoy.
Cheers.
Cheers, my friend. Look at these cute
nice
straws on here, too.
Yes, and so we're pulling on that natural sweetness from the orange juice, which kind of sets off. There's no need for syrup or anything like that.
That is a good balance. Not too sweet, not too sour, not too strong.
It's perfect.
Nicely done. Okay,
and you put on, is it tahini on here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I love that too.
Adds a little spice. All right, the Pina Colada, another classic.
Sparkling Pina Colada is one of my favorites. And so with Pina Colada, you're usually going to run about 60 grams of sugar for the average Pina Colada. And it comes from our cream of coconut. But that's what gives it that classic Pina Colada.
60 grams of sugar. So that's like more than a can of soda.
Yes. But that's what gives it that classic flavor. So with this recipe, we've used a little bit, we've backed off a little bit. So if you would just want to do a teeny tiny little squeeze in there.
And this is, okay, cream of coconut?
It's just cream of coconut. It's like what's your typical, do a little bit more.
A little more?
There,
okay.
that's good.
Where do you get this?
It's going to be by the beer and wine in any grocery store.
Oh, I've never seen it. Okay.
So that's the liquor.
Yeah, no, that's just the flavoring.
Oh, okay.
But usually in a standard Pina Colada, you're going to have probably 3-4 times that amount.
Oh, man, it smells so good.
And then we've got pineapple juice.
This is good. This is really good.
You know it's good when her voice drops 3 octaves.
Coconut rum.
Like a monster. This is good.
You can make it a single or a double, depending on what mood you're in.
Oh, well, let's do a double.
Okay. And then we're going to shake this up real good because we need to get that.
How's your Pina Colada sandwich?
Let me tell you something.
This is good.
This is good.
And then we just take
Where's my inflatable boat?
Exactly.
Pour it.
Sounds so good.
And then if you want to top it off, the key with this one that makes it so refreshing is the unsweetened sparkling coconut beverage. So like you can use LaCroix, a lot of store brands have their own version.
Coconut LaCroix.
Yeah.
You sound like a Post Malone song.
Malone.
And we can't forget the umbrella.
The little umbrella, which makes it so festive. Mm-hmm. This is good. It's really, really good. Okay. Actually, no, this is really, really good.
It's very refreshing.
The Fruit Punch Sparkler is our last cocktail on the list.
Yes, so this basically just pulls on all that natural sweetness in 100% fruit juices. So we've got, I'll let you do this here, we've got apple juice, orange juice, and cranberry juice.
Okay. Someone at home is probably wondering, I mean, with all of this juice, how are we staying low on sugar, though?
Well, so when you think about the average mixed drink, it always has a syrup mixed in.
Yeah.
And so with these, we're only using 1 to 2 ounces of each of the
1 to 2
juices.
ounces in its natural fruit juice.
Right, and that's the vodka. If you want to pour that in, we can
if you want to add that.
And then we can put this on, shake it up, and then we'll top, just like we did with the Pina Colada, we'll top this off with this sparkling water. An unsweetened sparkling water is kind of my key to refreshing summer drinks that aren't adding extra sugar.
Nothing like a little Topo Chico.
Yes, and then you can top it off if you want.
So that's just a little floater, just a dash to finish it off.
And it makes a nice little pretty gradient.
I love this. It's very good. It's
You look very nice over there enjoying your beverage.
Listen, I'm having a great day.
Ooh.
I need another hand.
Can you imagine if you had a third hand, how convenient that would be?
Yeah.
Ellen,
myself.
that is delicious. And I love that you did this segment, too, because for anyone who is diabetic or in your situation. You want to be able to live life.
Right, and so alcohol can mess with your blood sugars if you're dealing with diabetes. And so when you pour on a bunch of sugar on top of that, it spells disaster.
Yeah.
So this is a great way to have a little fun still and get to have some creativity.
Ellen Phipps with Milk and Honey Nutrition. Cheers. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.
Cheers, my friend.
Great to see you.
Good to see you. I'm just going to cheers
cocktails.
myself.